Welcome to Retro Modern Moto, where today I'm standing in the misting rain here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the winter weather is starting to approach us. But I've got the opportunity today to ride the Himalayan 450. Again, thank you to our friends at Go Moto for providing the ride for me today. But I've been interested in this bike for quite a while, reading about it since it was first introduced in other parts of the world. It's been intriguing to me for several reasons, but partly because it really fits that 80% road, 20% off-road, or even 90-10 that I kind of look for these days. This seems to fit that really well. So I've been anxious to ride this bike and glad to have the opportunity to do that today. For 2026, the bike comes in 4 flavors in the United States: the Kaza Brown, the Slate Poppy Blue that I'm on and riding today, Camet White, and then the Hanley Black, which might be my favorite of all of them, and they run from $59.99 to $63.99. So let's talk about some of the specs of the Himalayan 450. It's a 452cc engine, puts out 40 horsepower, 40 Newton meters of torque. Not sure what that is in foot-pounds, but I'll put that down in the bottom. It rides on a 21-inch front wheel for any obstacles you might encounter off-road, or I'll say on-road too, because it really soaks up potholes and road impediments really nicely. I know that already. 17-inch rear. Nice long suspension if you're not used to a off-road bike. 7.9 inches of travel on the front and 7.9 inches as well on the rear. They are Showa forks and shocks, and I can tell you already that they work really well. I like them. I've read that the reviews off-road, people seem to really like the stock setup as well. They're not adjustable, although I believe the rear has a preload. I'll confirm that. But people seem to really like the way they're set up right out of the box in terms of off-road capability. The Himalayan has bi-bree brakes, which have become kind of the standard for Royal Enfield, and I find them to be quite good. The Himalayan comes with removable rubber inserts on the foot pegs, which is kind of nice for your off-roading options. It does have switchable ABS, which is on the Bear as well, but also very nice if you're going to be trying to do any off-road. The Himalayan has an adjustable seat, so it goes from 32.5 inches to 33.3 inches. I think this is a huge advantage in the marketplace, let alone for the rider, him or herself. Not only have you got that range of seat height to adjust for what your inseam would be to make sure that you're comfortable on the bike, but just having that ability to change the seat height on a longer ride, to just change up your riding posture, it really helps with comfort over a longer ride too. So it's a nice feature to have. The Himalayan has 9.1 inches of ground clearance, so it's got some pretty nice ground clearance for off-roading, and also comes with the option for tubeless tires, which are important to a lot of people. Certainly easier to make a repair on the road than necessarily changing over a tube. People have different opinions on which they prefer better, but it does have that option available to you for a small upcharge. A pub would be a great stop for today's weather, but instead I stopped at Corner Coffee, which is a great coffee shop in Northeast Minneapolis. And I'll take this opportunity to ask, if you have not subscribed, please do if you like this type of content. There will be more coming soon. Thank you. Enfield's been making really great sounding bikes, and the Himalayan's no exception. It weighs 441 pounds wet, at least according to Cycle World. It does feel that weight when you're lifting it off the side stand, which people have commented. It does lean over pretty far. Other than that, to me, the bike feels pretty stable and planted. It doesn't feel overly heavy, but it certainly feels stable on the road. And I always kind of like that feeling. It does have the TFT 4-inch screen, the tripper screen, that Royal Enfield is now putting on many of their models, which is a nice functioning unit. Honestly, I don't use it a whole lot, but it's there if you need it. There's a small screen on the bike. They do offer an accessory screen, which would be nice on a day like today, dealing with a little bit of rain and mist. But those are offered from Royal Enfield. I will talk about that a little bit later, I hope, in the video. And there are also all kinds of different accessory packages available, everything from side cases to those cool cases up here on the front. I don't know what they call those. I'll refer to those in a little bit. But there are a variety of options available to outfit this bike for whatever you're going to use it for. The Himalayan is very good on the highway. I rolled up to about 70 miles an hour with intent to stay within the legal limits, and then also not to pressure the bike too much, as it is not even broken in yet. I found the screen to be effective. It certainly kept air off my chest. I think if you were going to spend a ton of time on interstates, you might want to look at the larger screen that they do have available, but I thought this one worked quite well considering. The seating position is very comfortable for the highway as well. You have an upright positioning that gives you a good view of the road, and overall it's a very nice ride. In terms of competition for the Himalayan 450, I can speak to a few of them. I had a 2022 KTM Adventure 390 that you see here, exploring some really cool places in Utah. A nice bike, a capable bike, a bike I didn't like. This channel is called Retro Modern Moto, and that did not have Retro Modern Moto looks, which was part of the problem. And then it also had its power up high in the rev range, which is not the way I really want my off-road bikes to deliver the power, so that was not really a good fit for me. I do have a good friend that has a Triumph Scrambler 400, which will also be in this realm, and I hope to review his bike coming up soon too. And then I know that also that CF Moto Ibex 450 is in that realm, and I've heard some good things about it, but I have not had a chance to ride one of those. I like this motorcycle so much that I am revisiting whether, as my perfect 90-10 and light touring motorcycle, whether this might even be better than the Bear that I have been focused on. So I will be doing another video shortly, really diving into the differences between the two and let you know what decision I'm making, but this bike is so good that I'm not sure. So please stay tuned as I try to figure it out. Thank you for watching.